please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
It's all about the global markets this morning. A lot of disbelief this morning about the way some of the markets have fallen, but that's the reality. Here's Nigel with the world view.
Well, it was a roller coaster ride in the US markets overnight. The Dow, they saw the biggest one-day drop that we've seen ever. So from the best start to the year, we had the biggest drop that we saw in a single trading session. The Dow and the S&P 500, by the way, they have turned negative for 2018. The Nasdaq is mildly in the green. And volatility, that's back in the system. First, let's start off with the biggest drop that we have seen. Well, yesterday we saw a drop of around 1,200 points. At one point of time, we were down close to around 1,600 points as well. Those are the previous biggest falls that we have seen, between 600 to around 800 points odd. But the factor that you need to focus on is the volatility index. Just earlier in 2018, it was at around 1112. Now that's up close to around 3x actually from those levels that we saw of around 1112, telling you the kind of volatility that's back in the system as well. We have been blaming the yield for the last couple of days, that it moved to around 2.8, 2.85%, 2.88% as well. 4-year highs. Well, yesterday it's cooled off, and it's cooled off further overnight as well. The big question is what happens to the long anticipated US growth in a higher inflation scenario? And the second question is, what will be the Fed's response? Will they hike interest rates at a faster clip? Can there be more than 3 rate hikes? Those are the questions that are being put forth. You'll say, well, overnight it wasn't a good trading session. Which were the big losers? Boeing was one of the biggest losers, was down 6%. Apple was a relative outperformer because it was down close to around 2%. I was looking at the Nasdaq futures. Well, that's indicating more pain just to kickstart trade today. In terms of the European markets, they ended in the red. But as Anuj was saying as well, there was a bit of a recovery in the US markets at that point of time. Look at the futures. They are telling you it's not going to be a good start today. So just keep an eye on those markets. And the Asian markets, the Nikkei is down close to around 4%. You have the Hang Seng market as well that is struggling. And it's a sea of red. And that would mean that the SGX Nifty starts off in the red with a cut of around 350 points. We'll be negative for 2018 with that kind of a start, and we'll be trading below key technical levels as well. Back to you.